Hey everybody, I haven't made a video in a little while, but with the second season of The Vow coming out and a whole episode being devoted almost entirely to the Tourette's project, I thought it's a perfect time for me to start talking more about the Tourette's project and the incredible work that we were doing in NXIVM. The response has been interesting. I've obviously gotten emails with a lot of hate and responses, but I've also have had emails and messages from people who are pleading for help, of people who either have Tourette syndrome or their parents and they have a child who has Tourette's and they saw it and they said, look, no matter whatever bad things that they think happen, they clearly could see that we were doing extraordinary work to help people overcome Tourette syndrome. And those are very difficult emails to get. It's very painful. Often I feel very paralyzed. People don't understand that, here the government has completely destroyed NXIVM and the education and what we were doing in the world. Even if people thought Keith Raniere did something bad, I have always said that, if Keith Raniere committed a crime, he can be held responsible for that crime. And then we can continue, the company could still exist because we were doing wonderful things in the world. But obviously that's not what happened, because they weren't just trying to hold one man accountable. They were trying to create a whole narrative and making Keith Raniere, Nancy Solzman, and the entire NXIVM community just this, and all the curriculums, this horrible, this veneer of companies masquerading as helping people, but actually trying to destroy people's lives. And so here we're left with, it's a very difficult situation that it's very or almost impossible at the moment to help people in this way. I have so many things to say about the way that the Tourette's project has been portrayed. I think it's so inappropriate that they've given so many people a voice of authority to speak about the Tourette's project. I mean, in particular, Moira Kimpenza, the lead, one of the lead prosecutors in the case, that clearly has an agenda. I mean, here after a whole episode where they're talking about how NXIVM help people, with Tourette's. They talk about the Tourette's project. There's footage from the documentary, even though they don't really give credit to the documentary. They even have Isabella, who says that she beat Tourette's with NXIVM, but somehow was victimized. But she still says that NXIVM and the teachings of Keith helped her. Even with all that, at the end of the episode, HBO gives Moira a voice, and she says, no, I don't believe any of that. You don't believe that? You don't buy that? Did you even just see the episode? She says, no, that's not because of Keith Raniere. That's not because of the teachings of NXIVM. That's just because of, Nancy knew some stuff to be able to help some people. If you ever wanted a clear message that this woman has an agenda, just go watch the end of that episode. Again, even if she believes to her core that Keith Raniere committed crimes and she needed to put some bad guy away, well, why could she not have why would she not be able to have the distinctions to be able to separate that from the good work we were doing? And she had no desire to do that. So like I said, I have a lot to say about the Tourette's project and the way it was portrayed. If you have questions about the Tourette's project, about my experience with Tourette's, about people that you're seeing, about the people that we've helped, please send me any questions, as I find that I haven't done enough to speak about what we were doing, about the incredible work that NXIVM was doing in the world. Yes, do I believe that Keith Raniere is innocent? Yes, but completely separate from that. Whatever you want to think about, me and the fact that I'm fighting for the injustices in the case, the fact that I'm fighting to expose the due process issues, the fact that we have scientific evidence that the FBI tampered with the digital evidence regarding the child pornography. You can think about whatever you want about me, the fact that I'm doing that. But no matter what you think, and even if I thought something bad happened, even if I thought that, there is no reason that I need to change my experience of what happened to me and change my experience of how we were helping other people with Tourette syndrome. For me to get over Tourette's was an incredible dream. It was unfathomable. But to then have the opportunity to help alleviate that pain for other people with Tourette's was out of this world. And I will always stand by the work that we were doing. I don't care what somebody says to me, what somebody thinks Keith Raniere did. That doesn't change what we were doing with the Tourette's Project. We never were saying that we were curing people. We never said that this was going to end Tourette's in the world. It was actually just the opposite. Here Keith Raniere had created a methodology and a technology called rational inquiry, and it clearly was having a profound effect on a very small subset of people with Tourette syndrome. And we were just at the very beginning of seeing, wow, how many other people could this help that are willing to take a very different approach of looking at their Tourette's? Instead of medication and dealing with the effects, what if they're willing to go on a more internal, self-reflective, philosophical exploration of themselves and their Tourette's? And when someone does that and they're open to that and they want that, what could be possible for them? And obviously we were having unprecedented results, and I believe that those, the way in which we were helping people could still help millions of people in the world. And I don't need to change my experience of that, even if I thought something bad happened. Obviously, it's the case that I don't think something bad happened, with respect to NXIVM, and I'm going to continue to fight for that. And part of the reason that I'm fighting for that is that I believe that once we expose the injustices that happen in this case, of what the government did to try to convict these people, that then, yes, ultimately one day the education can come back and we can continue to help people at large, but also, very personal to me, to be able to help more people with Tourette syndrome. So please be on the lookout for more videos, and talk to you soon.